Hey everyone, welcome to our Empowered Researcher overview from Booth Library. Happy to be with you here today. I'm Amy Odworka. I'm the first year experience student success librarian here at Booth, and I'm also the liaison for your department for communication studies. So the first thing I wanted to do was just make sure that you knew how to get a hold of me. I have my email and my phone number listed here on the screen, along with my office number if you happen to be on campus, and my desk hours. But just, feel free to email me or give me a call. I'm also on Teams regularly, so that's a good way to get a hold of me if you have any questions about your research or projects throughout the semester. So we're going to look at a couple of different things today, just super quickly. One thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you a general overview of the library website. It went through a redesign over the summer. I want to show you a LibGuide that I've made that's specifically for you as a graduate student in this area of study. We're going to look at how to get a hold of materials through Interlibrary Loan. And then I'd like to invite you to join us for our advanced writing retreat, which we will be streaming and providing recordings for people that are off campus. So this is the library website, and for those of you that have been in the program for a while, or maybe you did your undergrad here at Eastern, it looks very different from what we've had before. And right now I'm actually going to just go on out here so that you can see it. And I just want to point a couple of things out for all of you. So first of all, in this kind of big area right here at the beginning, this is kind of your main landing page for discovery. It starts off with being able to find journal articles through EBSCO, one of our main databases, but you can see there's a drop down that can get you into the catalog to find books. You can do a JSTOR search beginning right here, and then obviously you can go out to Google Scholar. And I really encourage you, as you're using Google Scholar, to try working with it through this website first, because then it links to all of the materials you already have access to. You can see here in the middle, it's going to show you what's available during the time frame that you're looking at it and for the day. And then we have a couple of buttons here that are pretty important. First of all, this one will take you to a list of every database that we have. And you can actually go here and you can search for the databases by the department. So you can go in and go to all subjects and go to the communication studies area. And then you'll see all of the different databases that are for this particular area of study, which makes it very easy. This is also a place where you can get room reservations if you happen to be on campus and you need a study room, or you would like to attend one of our workshops and events. And then we go in here and we go into the working banner. So if you go to accounts, this very first item goes into your library account. It's also where you can renew items. So, it makes it really easy to be able to do all of that. And then this is your off-campus login so that you can get into all of the databases. If you go to resources, you can see all the different resources that are available to you through this link right here. And then services, I would really like to point out this area right here that says off-campus students, because this will talk you through all of the different ways materials can be sent to you at your home. So you might want to, look at that as an overview. And then we have technology and then more information about the library. And then as we page down really quick, you're going to see that we have a listing of all the different ways you can get a hold of a research librarian. Obviously, I am very happy to help, but all of my colleagues are happy to help you as you get through your projects and papers. So we have a 24/7 chat where there's an actual librarian at the other end of it, even in the middle of the night. You can send us an email, you can call the desk. Feel free to do a Teams call with us while the desk is open. So anytime after 10 o'clock in the morning until close, you can make an appointment with any of us. And obviously, if you're on campus, you can visit the research help desk. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you is there's a special web page called a LibGuide that I've built for the communication studies graduate students. It's kind of like all your shopping under one roof. It makes it a lot easier to try to get to things kind of at the very beginning. So if you're here at the library website, and if you go to the resources and go down here to where it says research guides, you can click on this. And the easiest thing to do, I think, is if you go to by owner and go down and find my name. There's my name. And then you'll see that the third one here says Communication Studies Research Methods Graduate. So I've built this to try and make accessing all of the different things you're going to need through the library kind of all in one place so that it's a good point to start. So you can see that we've got some information here about the research process in general and thinking about what a literature review is. So if you're doing a literature review in the next couple of years, this could be helpful to kind of get you started. I have all the different resources and how to go about finding those resources and accessing them. So for example, how are you going to get reference materials? What are good strategies for looking for books? What are strategies for trying to find scholarly articles in your area? I have a list of all the communication journals that we get, and then the idea of if you want to find someone else's thesis, which can be helpful sometimes when you're doing research. And then if you're looking to try and get material from another library, this is a step-by-step on how to use Interlibrary Loan. I've got information here on thinking about citation management and using citation management tools when you're doing your projects. And then lastly, ideas about publishing. So this is kind of a good place to always just start. And before you start messing around with everything, because I've probably got something on here that's going to give you a little bit of a step-by-step to get you where you need to be. Okay, interlibrary loan. I think a lot of people know about this, but I think more do not. So we have a service called Interlibrary Loan where materials can be sent to you from around the globe. And that includes books and monographs. It also includes any sort of a scholarly article that you could potentially need. So you can see here in the list that we can send you full books. We can send you just a chapter of a book if that's all you need. We can give you an article. We can get you DVDs and videos, which you might need for a class because you're doing some sort of a project around a film. And then we can get you different sound recordings also. So a lot of times when you are looking for ILL, these things will actually come up in your search. And you'll get a tag that'll say, like, get this from another library, get full text, order from Interlibrary Loan, and there'll be a link, and all you have to do is click that, and it'll generally fill out the forms for you. It's pretty fast. But if I wanted to see everything that's there, I can either go to Accounts and go to Interlibrary Loan, or I can go to Services and go to Interlibrary Loan, and it's going to take me to the same page. But again, this is going to show you all the information that you would need. If you find an article that says get this through Interlibrary Loan, you just have to click the button and it'll fill out the form for you. So for example, I'm going to show you what this looks like. So this is an article request, okay? And if you've already found something through the website or through the databases, most of this will be filled out for you. Okay, you won't really have to do a whole lot. I think you'll have to give it a needs by date and any other kind of like little information. And then you click the conditions below and say submit. Okay. If you are asking for an article, they usually can have a PDF file to you 24, 48 hours. The department is extremely quick. If you're trying to get books, books will take a little bit longer because the books will have to actually come to us first, and then we will send them to you in the mail. You can also have the option to have them sent to another academic university that might be closer to where you're living. Again, that takes a little bit of time. It's not going to be an overnight, but it can be done and it works pretty successfully. So always consider interlibrary loan. It can make your life a lot easier. And as we always encourage our graduate students, please do not pay for an article before you have contacted the library. So if you're finding stuff, but you can't figure out how to get a hold of it, please let me know. I am very happy to do that legwork for you. All right, lastly, I want you to join us. We are starting something new this year. We are holding an advanced writing retreat. This is in collaboration with the writing center here on campus, and these sessions will be live. So we will have students here in person, but we will also be streaming them through Zoom, and then we will be recording them so that we can send the recordings to you if you don't have to, you can't actually join us right then, but you'd like to see what we're talking about. This is going to be a really great opportunity for students to work in collaboration, to be able to work with writing faculty and librarians at the same time as they're thinking about their thesis or maybe like large scale projects that they're working on. We have a theme every time, and we meet for about 2.5 hours on a Tuesday. So if you go to the QR code, the dates, the times, the explanations of all of that are there, and I really hope you will think about joining us. So thanks so much. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.